Hi there folks, and welcome back to another Shifty Mover video, and a little look at the F15E Strike Eagle by Razbam. Obviously they've just released it, and we're going to do something I enjoy to do. We're going to have a little look at using the radar and loft bombing. So we're going to use the air-to-ground radar to try and designate a target for dropping some bombs onto an airfield. Which is protected by SAMs, but we've only got dumb bombs available. We don't have any smart weapons available for the aircraft yet, so trying to drop dumb bombs onto an airfield that is defended is kind of difficult. So I wanted to have a little look here with a little short video on how we can do that. So we're just taking off, as you can see, in the F15E, looking absolutely gorgeous here in DCS. Absolutely stunning. We've got 12 dumb bombs, Mark 82s, a couple of pods, no fuel tanks, don't need it. This thing's got so much fuel. And we're going to fly to the target and do some stuff. So, right, first thing we need to do is get the aircraft set up ready. So I'm just going to get a fairly straight and level cruising along. I'm going to press the AP button and select altitude hold. That will do for now. Right, press menu again. Right, jump in the back seat quickly. Make sure the pod is on. Lasers on, and RWR is on. It is. What else is not set up back here? That mic switch, console lighting, check oxygen, check ejection seat is armed. So everything's looking good. Just got to wait for the pod to become available. Jump back in the front seat. Right, we're going to set up for air to ground. Currently we're in nav mode. We're heading to steer point 1. Target is at steer point 2. Target is this parking area here at Kutaisi Airfield, just off from the main runway. We have a waypoint on the main runway, but the target's just off on one of the parking areas. So we're going to use the radar to locate this, designate using the radar, and drop some bombs on it. Right, first thing we need to do is turn the master arm on, set the aircraft mode into air to ground by using the castle switch forward short. That swaps to air, then air to ground again. Right, we're now in the air to ground mode. I want to get some bombs ready, so I'm going to use the left MFD, press the M button over here, select armament, select air to ground, and we can now see we've got Mark 82s and a couple of empty pylons. So we're going to select the Mark 82s. I'm going to select auto, which is CCRP basically. We're going to select Ripple Multiple. We've got 6 on each pylon, so I want to select quantity 6 here. And the interval I'm only going to set short for 30 feet between each pulse. And we want to arm the bombs nose to tail. So the bombs are set up, ready to go. Right, next we're going to climb up, so I'm going to disengage the AP by pulling the paddle switch. I'm going to climb up. Give ourselves give the radar some altitude to work with. As you can see here by the map underneath, on the bottom display, it's not that far to target. Let's give ourselves 10,000 feet. I'm going to change the bottom display to RWR basically, which in this aircraft is called TEWS. So we've got a search radar out there. There is also SAMs at the base, so that's why I'm doing a bit of a test as well, see how this goes. Okay, approaching 10,000 feet. $12 miles to initial steer point. Just popping through the clouds. Okay, we're up at 10,000 feet. Selecting steer point 2 by selecting 2 on the upfront controller and pressing steer point. Steer point 2 is 43 miles away. Right, we're going to select the air to ground radar. I'm going to do that on the right on the left as well. I always get my left and right mixed up. I'm getting old. Okay, so menu, air to ground radar. Now we need to make that sensor of interest, so we need to press the castle switch long left. And we're going to extend the radar range to 40 miles. Here's the waypoint, so I'm going to turn towards the waypoint, but not directly on it. I want to be slightly offset so the radar can do its work. Okay, that'll do nicely there. And once we're in 40 miles, we can start working with the radar to build up a picture. So, right, first thing I need to do is press the coolie hat switch to select the waypoint I want to use. So that's waypoint 1, coolie switch up, hat switch up again, and we now have waypoint 2 selected. I'm going to change the scale. I can't remember the name of the button, bear with me. And the name of the button to change scale is auto acquisition switch forward and aft. So I'm going to press forward or aft to change the scale. I'm going to make the scale 1.3 nautical miles. I'm then going to press the TDC press button to build up a picture of the target area. Just waiting, it takes a few seconds. Okay, so the target area we're looking for is just off the bottom of the picture we can see here. So I'm going to use the TDC slew key and rebuild a picture at the bottom. Designate here. Two seconds. Okay, target area is here. So now I'm going to scale in to 0.67. You can see the new box size. I'm going to put the box over where I want to designate and rebuild a picture there. .27 miles to target. Okay, so now I'm going to select, instead of map, target, on the bottom of the left-hand UFC. I'm then going to slew the cursor to where I want to start rippling the bombs. So I'm going to start a little early, so about here. Now I'm going to press TDC depress, and we've now created a target point. Now we can dive back down and come in and drop a bomb. We can use our pod, if necessary, on the other screen to refine it and designate individual vehicles if required. However, we're just bombing a parking area. I don't need to be that accurate. So looking at the angle, I'm just going to hold off this side for a little bit and then come on in and hopefully ripple some bombs off. So the idea with lofting bombs is we want to pull up at about 5 miles, 550 plus knots, with less than about 25 seconds to release. Pull up till we see the bomb release cue, press and hold the pickle button, continue a gentle pull up through the release cue and release the bombs. 15 miles out, lining up with the target area now. So, to be accurate with this, you need to fly with the velocity vector right through the center of the bomb fall line and release the bombs and hold it nice and steady while you're doing all that. It's not easy. Practice makes perfect, so take a few runs at this. This is my second attempt at doing it. The reason this is my second attempt because I tried to build this mission and the video on the Syria map, but the Syria airfield I chose didn't show up very well on the radar, so it was very hard to designate targets and talk through what I was doing. So we're doing 550 knots, 9 miles from target. We have the velocity vector set on the bomb fall line. At about 5 miles, I'm going to pull up, make sure we're doing over 550 knots. And the release should be about 25 seconds. We pull up till we see the release cue, hold the button, bombs will come off. We break away aggressively because otherwise we're going to get shot at by the SAMs. 6 miles out. 5 miles out, there's less than 30 seconds. Okay, 5 miles, pulling up, increasing the power as we pull up. Follow the bomb fall line till you see the release cue. There's the release cue, keep the pull smooth. Weapons are away, break off, aggressive, countermeasures out. Continue breaking away, you fly away, go on and do your mission. But here, we want to watch the bombs. So the bombs are in the air, floating down towards the parking area. And hopefully, we'll get some impacts near. And as you can see, a bit of practice, we might get a little nearer the center, But bombs on target, job done, RTB. Hope you enjoyed it anyway. It's a little look at the F15E. My first couple of flights in it. I've got about 10 hours now behind the stick trying to work things out. Absolutely loving this aircraft. Can't wait until we get more weapons available. At the moment, with the current weapon systems, it is a little limited in the game, but there's lots of fun to be had. And so I hope you enjoyed the video looking at how to use the radar to pinpoint target so we can do a loft bomb attack onto a static target. And yeah, very, very cool. Really enjoyed it. So thank you very much, Razbam and ED, and look forward to seeing you all next time. Take care. Bye for now.